What's going on, guys? Gamer Dude back once again, bringing you some more informative gaming news. But before we begin, y'all know the routine, or at least I hope you do by now. If you are new to the channel, please make sure you smash that like button and drop me a subscribe, because it would just be your good deed of the day. Same applies if you are a returning viewer. Now then, straight into the video, we're talking about Hogwarts Legacy. Now, Hogwarts Legacy is still extraordinarily new to the market. You know, it's only been out just over a week now. And as a lot of people come to finishing their first, maybe even second playthroughs, there's already news on the sequel. Yes, that's right. Hogwarts Legacy 2 is already being teased by Portkey Games and Avalanche. And it's incredible to think about, you know. Already we're hearing news and rumors of the sequel for this magnificent game, in spite of someone's trying to boycott it, let's say. Yeah. How well did that go? Let's see. 12 million copies sold. I don't think the boycott went their way. Just saying. And that's all I'm going to say on that, because, you know, YouTube will have a paddy if I say anything more. But anyway, in this video, I'm going to dive into what I've discovered regarding the sequel already, and what this rumor, well, what it means. So getting right into it, you know, it was pretty much inevitable, right? You know, following its phenomenal launch, as I said, with 12 million sales, Warner Brothers Games has all but confirmed a sequel, or sequels, plural, to Hogwarts Legacy. The hype for the Wizarding World RPG has been impossible to ignore. Even before the game left early access, the title accumulated over 300,000 players on Steam alone. That is the highest opening player base since Red Dead Redemption 2. And, you know, it really hasn't slowed down since. I saw a post the other day that listed all the statistics of all the dark wizards killed, of all the spells cast and everything, and it was in the millions. You know, there's a lot of people playing this game, and I'm currently on my second playthrough, and I absolutely love it. But yeah, fans have been praising the devs for creating the definitive Harry Potter experience. Those aren't my words. Those are just the words of, you know, Redditors and fanboys and IGN people and whatnot. But I am inclined to agree with them. Now, many, including myself, are begging for a New Game Plus mode. I mean, I don't really think it needs it, you know. I kind of like starting again from the beginning with nothing. It kind of makes you feel like a dewy-eyed first year, right? Even though you start as a fifth year. When you start with no spells and all you've got is Levioso, it kind of makes you feel like that first experience back on the PS1 with the Philosopher's Stone game, where you only know one spell, and then you gradually progress through the game learning more spells, getting more powerful. That's how it feels when you start out, and I like that feeling. And I think that a New Game Plus would sort of, it would put a damper on that feeling, you know, because if you're moving over to a new save, having absolutely everything, you know, you've got all your gear, you've got all your power-ups, then very early on, you're just going to be one-shotting enemies, and that's no fun. You know, you want to do a combination of spells. You don't want to be one-shotting enemies. But still, I would love a New Game Plus anyway, you know, just so I could play through it a bit easier from time to time, especially when you're taking on the spiders. Good God! I mean, do you remember that episode of SpongeBob where Patrick sees spiders in his dreams and he keeps squashing SpongeBob with the rock house? Yeah, that is how I feel when it comes to the spiders in Hogwarts Legacy. It's like, spiders, smash, smash, smash. But anyway, moving on. Now, speaking to Variety, Warner Brothers Games president David Haddad revealed just how popular the game has been so far, along with some of the player stats. And this is quoted. He says, The player engagement is spectacular. As of Tuesday, the 21st of February, players have put 267 million hours into the game and have grown 393 million magical plants, brewed 242 million potions, and defeated, this is staggering by the way, 1.25 billion dark wizards. Now, those were the stats I was mentioning before, and it is insane. Because I don't know if that comes across from all platforms or just PC or whatever, but even if that's just PC or console, that is a staggering number. That is just... I'm just lost for words. That is absolutely staggering. It's just... wow. You know, it's just a wow moment. That is absolutely incredible. Anyway, most importantly, it was revealed that Warner Brothers sees Hogwarts Legacy as a long-term franchise, which strongly implies that there could be multiple sequels in the future. Now, I seriously doubt it will dive into the Harry Potter stuff because of the unfortunate controversy around J.K. Rowling. Again, I won't say anything on that because YouTube will have a paddy with me if I do, and I don't want people, you know, saying I'm taking sides, which I'm not. But anyway, so I doubt they'll dive into the Harry Potter lore. They might do a game, maybe like set 10 years before it or something, and we see Tom Riddle in Hogwarts, for example. Or they might just link it into the Fantastic Beasts, and we see a bunch of references to Fantastic Beasts and some characters appearing in from Fantastic Beasts, like Grindelwald, for example. But yeah, while there's no doubt that many will be excited about this, the decision to produce any sequels will almost certainly be controversial. And I say that because, and this, again, I'm not going to dive too deep into it because YouTube will just kill me for it. It's an extraordinarily small minority of people, I'd say less than 1%, that don't want this like franchise to go any further, that didn't want this game released at all, simply because of J.K. Rowling's statements. And again, I'm going to leave that there before YouTube has a paddy with me and I upset anybody. Not trying to, I'm just saying that's that. But yeah, moving into it, actually, many have actually been boycotting Hogwarts Legacy, again, probably less than 1%, due to its association with J.K. Rowling, even though she had absolutely nothing to do with the game's production. I mean, sure, the devs probably went to her and says, well, do you think this is okay? But that's probably about it. Other than something like that, she had nothing to do with the game. But yeah, J.K., obviously, we all know, she has been criticized for making harmful comments about the trans community recently. I'm not saying anything more on that. Don't want to upset anybody. You know, in today's world, you can fart and upset somebody, so I'm not going to say a word on it. And again, as I was saying, despite the fact that she hasn't actually been involved with the game's development, she will still profit from its sales as she's, you know, she's the creator of the franchise, which does make sense. You know, even if you do something like really, really bad, well, that doesn't put you in jail. Say it doesn't put you in jail and you still do something really, really bad to offend a bunch of people or upset a bunch of people. If you created the IP, if you created it, you will still earn from it. And nobody can say any different to that because it just wouldn't be fair to J.K. Rowling if she didn't receive any profits from, well, the magnificent world that she created. You know, it just wouldn't be fair. And, you know, you can boycott me for saying that, but I just think it's only fair that she receive profit from the world that she created. But so far, Hogwarts Legacy is only available on the newer generation consoles and the PC. It doesn't come to PS4 and Xbox One until the 4th of April. And then following that, it comes to Nintendo Switch on the 25th of July. Now, given like everything that the game has to offer, I understand that, you know. Even if I wasn't playing on the new generation of consoles, I would totally understand. I'd be upset, you know, I'd be quite pissed. I'd be like, I want to play it, I want to play it. But I would understand. I would understand the wait. You know, you don't want to release a game that isn't perfect, you know, that isn't quite what you'd expect it to be, you know. And I do feel like if there are going to be any sequels in the future, they will just outright say, right, we had enough trouble making the first one for the last gen consoles, so the next one is next gen exclusive only. And that doesn't surprise me, because I'm guessing the next one is at least 5 or 6 years away. I mean, this, like I said, this one's only been out for a week. It's a week old. It's still a baby. It's still getting its first patch updates. You know, it hasn't had a chance to breathe yet. And if we are going to be waiting years for the next game, then chances are Warner Brothers could, due to the popularity of this game, release another Harry Potter inspired movie. There are actually already rumors that the Cursed Child movie is in development, and they're in talks with the original cast, so Emma Watson, Rupert Grint, and Daniel Radcliffe, to reprise their roles and come back for the movie, because, you know, the play that was made, just it was terrible. Yeah, the play was awful. It was just god awful. Enough said. But again, that brings me back to the controversy around J.K. Rowling. Like, would all this boycotting and offended natured people just be like, well, why are you doing this? You know, you're not listening to us. We told you when Hogwarts Legacy came out that we weren't happy with this. So because we're not happy with this, nobody's allowed to see it. Nobody's allowed to watch it. Nobody's allowed to play it. And, you know, that's all I'm going to say on that. Again, you know, I don't want to upset anybody. It's just, you know, my personal opinion. So that is literally all I'm going to say on that. Yeah, that is it for this video then. So I want to thank you all for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Really do hope you're enjoying Hogwarts Legacy. If you are one of the lucky few people who got to play it early and are still playing it now, or have a next-gen console and are playing it on the next-gen console, it really is a magnificent game. You know, if you compare it to the movie tie-in Harry Potter games, oh, it's so much better. You know, the movie tie-in games were good, you know, but that's all they were. They retold a story that we'd already seen. This is a completely new story. It's brand new. It's like the franchise is giving birth to itself all over again, and that is magnificent to me. You know, I love that. I love it, and I really do hope they continue with this franchise. You know, I really do hope that they don't give in to the small minority that are like, well, no, if we don't like this, then nobody else is allowed to, you know, play it or see it. You know what I'm saying there? You know what I'm trying to say? Without actually upsetting anyone. Yeah, anyway. So that's it for the video then. Thank you all for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Stay tuned, because we'll be uploading some more informative gaming news videos for your entertainment and viewership. And once again, you all know the routine, or at least I hope you do by now. If you are new to the channel, please make sure you smash that like button and drop me a subscribe, because it would just be your good deed of the day. Same applies if you are a returning viewer. So that being said then, this has been Gamer Dude. Happy gaming, and I will catch you all in the next one, guys.